Live action, the Turtleman right here doing an interview right now. The Animal Planet show. Oh, very good question. Well, I was over at the Mothman Festival at Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and I was doing a turtle show over there. Every year, I've been doing it for 3 years, and I was doing the turtle yell, yay, like that, and they was actually the Ghostbusters were there with Animal Planet or some kind of crew member, Sharp Entertainment's Matt Sharp and them. So they was over there and saw me and heard me do that, and they come running. So they told me the story about what they want to do, and we got hooked up there over at the Gallipolis. We went from there the next day. I said, well, give me a couple of days, and I'll get in touch with you. So Neil called me the next day, and I was over at Gallipolis Walmart. That's in Ohio, right across from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And I said, there's some guy here wanting to do a show, Neil. And he was telling me that, okay, yeah, I heard he just called me now, got in touch with him, and they wanting to do an autograph and get to know me, do an interview with them, and get a contract signed for Animal Planet. That's my talent agent. Neil, I need you over here, buddy, for questions. Don't leave me now. I got to get this right, you know. So anyway, let's see. Marcel Arsenault called, said want to do a contract November the 11th, 2010. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. So we got, I said, well, let me get back to Lebanon and get in touch with Neil James, and we'll get this contract ready. So ever since November the 11th, we finally got an agreement, and we had it all looked at. Carl Edwards is the guy that gave us permission, because I did a show for Carl Edwards, car 99 and car number 60. Save a lot. He does the flip off the back of the car. Everybody knows Carl Edwards if you're a race car NASCAR fan, right, Neil?
Right.
All right. Anyway, he gave me some guidance because he likes me and everything. So next thing you know, everything looked good. We got the contract signed, and Sharp Entertainment's Matt Sharp and them got in hold of Animal Planet, and here we are, live action, doing our show called The Wild Man. How has the show affected my life? It hasn't affected my life any. I just always wanted to be this superhero. I've been doing it since 7 years old. People come around everywhere I go. What are you doing, little boy? I said, just catching turtles. Well, can we watch? I said, well, yeah, hop on down here. They go call this guy and the family, and they all come down and watch the show. So I've been doing that since 7. Finally learned some tricks of the trade, taught myself how to catch turtles. Uncle Philip taught me how to do it, and this bubbling technique. And my dad was there, and he said, you don't want to do that? And I said, yeah, I do, Dad. And I said, I think I found what I need to do. And I've been looking ever since I was 5 years old. When I was 5 years old, I didn't have no hair. They called me crew chef. Clyde Brown and Ruby Brown did. So I was crew chef. He was a guy that came over from Russia and did a big speech on the United States. That's a true story. Look it up in history. Yay! So anyway, there was a thing, a magazine there that says the Rolling Stone magazine, and the Rolling Stones were on it. And I said, how do you get on that? I said, I want to do that. And they go, well, you got to find a talent. So I've been looking for my talent from that day forth, and I found my talent with turtles. And everywhere I go now, since the Call of the Wild Man's come out on Animal Planet, thanks to Matt Sharp Company Entertainments, been sitting here just entertaining people, and it's what I always loved to do. Wanted to be this superhero, and I don't know what to say. It just makes me happy. I get teary eyes on you now.
You still wanting to get on the cover of Rolling Stone?
I am still trying to get on the cover of the Rolling Stones. As of right now, I have not successfully did that yet, but I'm working with it.
Neil can cut a good song.
Neil's,
I'll get you on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Yeah, Neil's got some good songs. We just come out with a new song the other day, Legend of the Turtleman. We're going to give y'all a copy of that.
I think I heard it on the show. Did you not?
Oh, this one is brand new.
Oh, it's a new one.
This is the brand new one.
A song about the Turtleman on the show.
That's right. And this is a new song. I've been working with it since I was a kid. There's only one song like it. It's on Walt Disney, Davy Crockett. So I made it up with my own interpretation of Davy Crockett. Of course, people called me Davy Crockett when I was a boy. Well, young Donald Boone, they call me Young Crockett and Davy Crockett and all that stuff. They call me so many nicknames, but 1983, I think it was, when Gina Kirkland first filmed me, she named me to say, well, from this day forth, you'll be known as Turtleman, because I caught a bunch of turtles. I caught 22 turtles that day for them, and they was wanting to have a turtle cooking. And that's just how I got my name. Gina Kirkland gave me that name. Of course, she's Gina Wicker. That's her original name. And she named me the Turtleman, and it stuck to it. And Kentucky's best kept secret, the reason that came up is because of, it was some girls from Ohio, Sherry Peck and Ruth Warden came down to do an interview with me. And I took them turtle hunting and jumped in this pond, caught them 4 turtles. And I was changing clothes. I thought the turtles all quit bubbling. All of a sudden, I don't know if I should say this or not, but anyway, I went off in the pond with my birthday suit on. I dived and jumped over a fence like a deer, dived out in the pond like a retriever, and I dived under the water, come up with me, and I run up on the fence, went, yay, live action. I said, this is from Kentucky. And they laughed, you know, said, well, we can't film that, Turtleman, but that's Kentucky's best kept secret. So I said, all right, so sorry about that. Didn't mean for you to see my birthday suit, so I went back and got ready. And that's how I got Kentucky's best kept secret name, right there. If y'all want to put that on there, I don't know. It might be too much. Too much information! Yeah, too much information, Turtleman. Oh yeah, well, weather, if it rains too much, you can't get in the pond because it's got fresh water in it. And once you get fresh water, you can't see the bubbles because they won't bubble because they're swimming and it doesn't have no oxygen in the water because it's already pure oxygen. It's what the turtles breathe and the fish breathe. But weather, when it gets cold, you can't do it when it's cold. Like right now, October 2nd is my deadline. I have done it on October 19th, but I like to froze to death. The water is very cold. It's like 40 degrees. And you get hyperthermia, and I don't want to get that. I do have a protective suit, but it only protects me for like an hour and a half, and just in case I have to do a show. But it doesn't protect your hands or your face or your head or your feet, so you're numb. I mean, it's like somebody slamming it with a rock, and you know how that sting is when you hit something, your hands are cold. Woo, don't feel very good.
Oh, I bet.
You eat ice cream
Yeah.
he experiences that same thing.
Yeah, like,
it just gets so cold.
yeah, you can even, like, if you get a brain freeze, it's like the water is so cold and you go under and come up, you get that ice, like popsicle or ice cream, you eat it too fast, it gives you a brain freeze. Ooh-wee! That is true. Turtles do hibernate. They go into the mud to stay warm because down in that mud it stays the same temperature, but they do got to come up at least once every month. And they'll pick the shiniest day, like the day they'll be getting air, popping their heads up and getting their air, filling their body back up with air, and then they'll go back on there for another whole month. And that is a true story. Sometime when you find one, you'll find the whole pond. They'll make a pyramid in a pond. If one gets in trouble, I don't know how they do it, but as I've been seeing, I know of my knowledge, I've seen this live action. If you find one gets in trouble, they'll push him up to get him some air, try to help him out to stay alive. Then when he gets all wiggly again, even though they're asleep, they can still snap you too. Don't think they can't. That's a true story. They can still bite you. They're a little bit slower, but just don't stick your finger in their mouth because you're going to come back with a nub. Ow! My worst injury from turtle hunting is getting bit right here in the hand. I don't know if you can see it or not. That's a scar right there. It's 7 stitches. And my second worst injury is right here. I got bit in the pulse, and I couldn't do nothing for 8 months. I had to get it cauterized to get it sealed back. Almost bled to death. And then I got bit through the hand right here doing a show. I trusted a turtle. I don't know if you can see the scar there or not. Don't trust a turtle or a rattlesnake or any kind of snake because they will bite you. You take your eyes off of them, they got you. Never take your eyes off of them. And you can see that bite there. It went plumb through the hand right there and come out over here. I've been bit all over. I got bit once this year right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but like took my hand off right there, finger.
Still have all your fingers.
Still got all my fingers and still got all my toes. That's live action. I got bit last one show episode we did. I got bit in the foot, and I had to take my knife and get it off. If you want to see the hole it did to my shoe, I can get my shoe real quick.
Well, we'll do that in a minute.
All right. But they can bite hard. They got 1,000 pound of pressure, so they bite you, and they'll keep digging until they rip that whatever they got in their mouth off. They'll keep crushing down on it, and then they cut like this when they bite. It's like a pair of scissors. They don't have no teeth, but that bone in their mouth, solid. It's just like a pair of razors, and they'll shear it off. Once they lock down on something, they will not turn loose unless you get a knife in there. I always carry my own thunder. There it is right there. When I get bit, I'll pry that. I won't kill the animal. I'll just stick it in there where my hand is, and once you get that in there, you just pry it up there. And that's how you do it to get your finger out, or toe, or piece of meat, whatever they got a hold of you with. Why am I catching turtles? Oh, okay, well, that's a good question. Well, one reason, some people may have ducks or swans or cows getting bit, and people love fish anyway, and they start eating the fish and the wildlife, well, the pets, start injuring the pets, so they called me, the Turtleman, Ernie Brown, to come and take care of the problem, and I jump in the pond, get the turtles out, and they go, man, I caught 33 turtles out of one pond over at McKinney. Then it was a little old lady that lived in the house. She says, well, I know it used to be fish in there, but all I see is turtles now. Go down there and get them things out of there, Turtle Man. I said, all righty then. And I come out of there. I was catching them every 8 seconds. And Buckshot was with me, and Boo Boo, we called him Boo. And I used to work in construction with me. We used to trim power lines. And anyway, we'd come out. We had 33 turtles out of one pond. That was the most I've ever caught out of one pond. I mean, they was big too. Those nice ones. I never seen so many turtles, and that's why the people come and get me, because turtles eat their fish and livestock. I relocate them and put them in other ponds where they won't bother nothing else. Not to go to find me a big isolated swamp. And sometimes I carve my names in them, tag them. And some of them is named like Carl Weber, some is named Reagan, Daniel Reagan, the car number 6 UPS, David Reagan, Jessica Simpson. I've met Jessica Simpson in person. I got one prettiest turtle I ever saw in my life. I didn't know who she was. I thought she was lying to me. You ain't no Jessica Simpson. I'm Daisy Duke, the new Daisy Duke. Daisy Duke's got brown hair. I know you're lying now. That's a true story. And then I got one named Jerry Bruckheimer and his wife, Linda. I got one named Arnold Schwarzenegger. I got one named Star Wars. I got one named Tiger, Tom Piston, the race car driver, the old one. I got one named Robert Yates, car 88, autograph worth $600. Yeah, that's a true story. I got all kinds. I'll probably be naming one after y'all's fan club. That is a true story. Yeah. I get paid in eggs and chickens and $5 here. Membership pay me in cans. I did one show for cans, and it got like I made $100 in money to get my gas for my truck. Yeah, did that. I still got cans over there right now. Got to pick up and sell. Well, that's the turtle hunting is the reason if you get asked that, it would probably be like that question would come up. If you hunt turtles, they wouldn't say that. They would say, "Do you know the turtle man that hunts turtles? Do you know him? Have you ever met him? Are you from that area?" That's what they would be asking, because everybody wants to meet the turtle man. And but I want to shed a light on Kentucky. Yes, I do. I don't want them thinking like we're country hicks or just rednecks that's stupid. I don't want to impress that on anybody. There ain't nobody stupid. Not in the whole world. There's nobody stupid. I mean, there's some people that's not smart, but everybody's got their own ways of being smart. And you just got to find your education way. What I call that is my talent that's getting out there. And I've been cheering up Kentucky for 5 years, if not longer. Somebody dared me to cheer up the United States. I said, once I get started, it's going to turn into a fever. And that's a true story. And once I got out there to do my thing, I had to give up my birthday parties and calls like, they got a turtle in the pond, we need you right now to come and get it. I had to give all that up to get on the show and film. And now it's went, like I told them, the turtle fever is here. It ain't Justin Bieber fever no more, it's turtle fever now. That's the way it is.
I hear a t-shirt coming here, turtle fever.
Yeah, it's turtle fever, and I don't know what else to call it. I was on Jay Leno, and I got my own standing ovations. I got people just love the Turtleman just as much as they loved Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was a good character on the show. He made me laugh. I made him laugh, but I kept it straight. I was nervous as a lark. But hey, when it comes to live action, I'm putting it live action. That's just the way I am. I'm not trying to make nobody look foolish. I'm just putting my live action talent in it. And I want people to know that Kentucky people are great. We got very extraordinary sights. History, if you want to learn about history, come to Kentucky. There's plenty of history here. There's history all over the world, but Kentucky's got the most deep woods. It's got deep woods history. And if you want to get in the backwoods, that's the way I am. You hear it through the grapevine. Turtleman's around. Don't never think he ain't around listening, because he's always there somewhere. Live action.
Years ago?
10 years ago from now, if you was talking to Ernie Brown, you'd still be talking to the Turtleman. This is the way I am, always, every day. People said I'll change once I get rich. I'm not going to change, guys. This is just the way I am, always will be. I live here, and I mean, you can see what I got. I live poor. I guess I'm the poorest famous guy around now. And I hope I can make some money at this to get my bills paid and take care of my family and take care of my Lolly dog. Here, Lolly, come here. Come on, girl. You're supposed to be on film with me. What's wrong with you? She loves her truck, by the way. There's my dog I saved. Somebody dropped her, and she's 2 years old. On November the 2nd, it's her birthday, if anybody wanted to know that. And she's my Lolly dog. Come on, somebody smile around there. Look at it. Look, get him. Get him, girl. Get him, girl. Watch it. So anyway, you're meeting the real Ernie Brown right here, live action today. Ernie Brown Jr. Toughest animal I've caught. That's a good one. I'd have to be tiger, the giant snapping turtle I caught. And that's the name of a snapping turtle, tiger. And when I caught tiger, he bit me in the finger. He bit me in the hand. That's the one that bit through my hand right here. And that was tiger. And he gave me 7 stitches. He was one of my worstest turtle I ever caught. He even bit me on the show. If you see the cut there, he even bit me that day. That made it 33 bites for the Turtleman now. And you quit playing now. You got to pose. Anyway, tiger was my toughest, and the Loch Ness monster turtle that I caught. It weighed 55 pounds, but I believe it was bigger. Squirrel Brady and G.C. Mays was there to see this big, huge creature. It had a head on it. It was bigger than a football. It was this big around. That's how big the head was on it. And it's bigger than you, Lolly. Yeah. That's it. Go. Be good. And heel. And it took me 45-minute battle to pull this turtle out of the pond. It about drowned at me. I was only 17 years old when I caught it. I got it to the bank, and I said, grab me anywhere you can. I can't get no further. And the claws are this big. It was bigger than my 2 hands. Set! What's wrong with you? And this thing was throwing mud in my face, and they pulled me out. And I wish I still had that turtle today. Wow, it was a big turtle. Yay! Thanks for loving the Turtleman and being my fans. This is live action from the Turtleman himself. Keep it real, keep it live action. There's no fake, and if you believe it is, I'll bring you a coon and let you try to catch it. I'll bring you a rattlesnake and let you try to catch it. I'll put you in a pond to see if you can catch the turtle itself. Coming down, get you some. Live action from the Turtleman. Yay! Get you some. Crazy.
Bye.